What's going on, ladies and gents? Kages here, and welcome back to another Beatbreak episode. Today, we're diving into episode 7 of Digimon Beatbreak, titled Irinso. Digimon Beatbreak just dropped an episode that quietly hits harder than expected. Pulls back the curtain on the world's darker system, the 5 stars, hidden shelters, and the people trying to protect Digimon in secret. And I'ma be honest, I think this might be the most revealing and interesting episode so far. So be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let's get right on into it. Last time wrapped up the entire Pandemon arc. No evolutions yet for our boy Gekomon, which is a bummer, I know, right? And this week, we jump straight into a new case that shows a totally different side of our leader, Sawashiro Kyo. So first off, Kyo doesn't seem to be around, and Rena fills us in that Kyo, for whatever reason, always seemed to disappear every 2 weeks or so. And low-key, I did not see this coming. And in his place, Tomura ends up on a cooking duty, which immediately goes wrong because he tries to boil eggs in the microwave and literally explodes them. Even the TV behind him has cracks in it. I swear, every tiny detail in this house that they live in gives off this old, worn out vibe, yet it feels strangely calming for whatever reason. And so, to earn the money so they can fix that microwave, Glowing Dawn heads to Garando to hunt down new bounty targets, but everything's already been taken out. And apparently, the upper class district Shangri-La Egg held a massive bounty sweep and wiped out every target, including the ones in Kasumi City where their friend lives. And honestly, clearing all bounty targets like that, it sounds simple when you say it, but no normal cleaner could pull that off. And yep, it turns out the people responsible are the ones we keep seeing in the opening theme. Makoto then goes on to explain that they're known as Gogyosei, or the 5 stars, the absolute elites who sit at the pinnacle of the cleaner world, commanding top-tier Digimon, obviously mega levels, and holding privileges that even surpass the Minister of Civil Protection themselves. And I'm 1,000,000% sure that this one on the left side right here is none other than Gokumon. But we'll see though, right? So I got curious about the names, so I looked it up, and apparently their code names come from the 5 zodiac elements in Chinese mythology, astrology, etc., linking human personality traits by these 5 elements, which is wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. But here, it seems to be wood, fire, earth, gold, and water. I don't know, to me at least, that's actually a pretty cool world building. And Beatbreak never wasted details such as this, so I feel like this naming system right here is gonna matter later on. Next, we got Yoshi here. Accidentally slips out a piece of info about Kyo not wanting to tell the crew about it. But since they overheard Yoshi talking to Maki about it, he got no choice. And so, they go investigate a new Digimon incident. And inside the van, there's this long shot of Tomura and Gekomon staring at Shangri-La Egg outside the window. And as we can see, Gekomon is so cute here. And honestly, Beatbreak is so stylish with this kind of stuff. Just a moments ago, they were talking about the 5 stars, Shangri-La Egg, and right after that, they show Tomura and Gekomon silently looking at the exact same thing. They don't tell us what they're thinking, they let us interpret it. I love when a series trusts its audience like that. Also, I genuinely thought there was only one Shangri-La Egg this whole time, but they showed us right here that there are 2 of them, might be more, right? So maybe each of the 5 stars manage their own egg district? Who knows? Beatbreak is always giving us background clues like this, and I love it. It literally speaks through its scenery. Then suddenly, Yoshi hits that break, and apparently, they find a human in the middle of the road, on the verge of going cold hard. They all were shocked. Like, why didn't the Digimon absorb the E-Pulse wholly? I don't know, this might be news. And so, they began to investigate. Gekomon holding Poyomon is also cute here. So they find this little guy hiding in the trees, right? And then Black Gaogamon shows up to attack Tomoro. But something feels strange here. He says that he wants to eat, but then runs away, which is weird. And shout out to Kurtmon for identifying Black Gaogamon just from a claw mark. That's kind of fire. And also, I truly love the fight scene here, dude. Loves the choreography. I also like every time Gekomon and Tomoro surprise us with how they dealt with the Digimons. Like, their combination were always so satisfying to watch since the beginning, dude. Then Black Gaogamon breaks a projector looking device and suddenly a hidden facility appears in front of him. Kyo then shows up there and chases Black Gaogamon away. And here Murasamemon, my boy, shows us another one of his moves. Of course, we got a shot of Kyo telling Tomoro to stay still, and then Murasamemon saying Juno-zan Tsukishigure, the flexible slash lunar rain. That was super clean, man. Not gonna lie, the sword kind of turns yellow there, and when he attacks, there's this water sound effects, which is too good. It's insane. And I'm glad he says the name of the moves before doing it, which brings his aura to 1,000. And of course, that gaze that Kyo did there, I'ma be real, that's Haoshoku haki right there, ladies and gentlemen. A conqueror's haki. And I think it's intentional, right? Especially since the director of Beatbreak, Hiroaki Miyamoto-san, works on One Piece also. It's a subtle detail, but a really cool touch right there. And inside that facility, they find a huge number of baby level Digimon living inside. So yeah, Kyo has been hiding all these baby Digimon in this facility named Nirinso Shelter, which is the title of today's episode. And looking back, the hints were always there. When Kyo told Yoshimura, Yoshi, I'm counting on you for the rest, and how Glowing Dawn always received half the bounty reward, I always suspected he wasn't turning the Digimon over to the Ministry. And yep, that's exactly what was happening, because if the Ministry receive a Digimon, they'll eventually delete it. And that goes against the Glowing Dawn's rule to never delete a Digimon. So yeah, Kyo has been secretly sheltering them. I always knew it was a secret thing going on with Glowing Dawn hiding all these Digimon, but I didn't know that even Rena and Makoto didn't know about this. And this kinda explains how Rena was always pissed off and mad about how their reward was sliced in half all the time. I mean, it did come to my mind like, y'all didn't hand them over, of course you got half of it. And I just thought, that's how she was. I mean, her personality and all, and I didn't even question it. I'm honestly shook. And Kyo sharing his own E-Pulse with all these baby level Digimon, I'ma be real, Kyo is him. Dude's built different. I know I kept calling him sus or he seems to be hiding something, and now I feel genuinely bad about that. Not really, he is hiding it, right? But realistically though, unless they find another solution, Kyo's body won't be able to keep this up. And as long as they keep taking bounties, more baby Digimon will keep on coming. Also in the opening, the 5 stars are portrayed almost like villains, but they're just cleaners. Okay, high level ones. And I used to wonder, right, if cleaners fighting each other even makes sense. But if Kyo believes in Digimon coexistence and the 5 stars believe in deleting Digimon for order, I'ma be honest, that's a perfect setup for conflict right there. It becomes a clash between a future where humans and Digimon live together or a future where humans dominate Digimon. But who knows, there might be a good guy among 5 of them 5 stars. And as they've guessed, Black Gaogamon returns to the Nirinso shelter and the fight breaks out. He uses up all his E-Pulse and tries to delete himself on purpose. We learn that the humans who used him ordered him to eliminate other people. And when he refused, he was chained up and abandoned. He doesn't want to eat humans, but he doesn't want to disappear either. So he's forced to eat just to survive, and he's been living in that painful contradiction the entire time. It's honestly heartbreaking. And we now know, including Tomoro, that there are Digimon who wants to coexist, just like Black Gaogamon. And yet there are humans who treat Digimon like a disposable tools. Man, so he's just like Pandamon, a Digimon who have a kind heart, despite the owner of the Sapotama. And when Black Gaogamon, while crying his eyes out, says that he wants to disappear, Kyo then appears in front of him and shares his E-Pulse. And he quote, "You don't have to disappear. There's no need for that. It's not your fault. If you want E-Pulse, you can have mine. Humans and Digimon, we will create a future where we live together." Good God, Kyo is such a good person. And cool too. He even says everyone deserves a chance to start over. So even baby Digimon who did bad things can still be raised again, properly. So Kyo been raising them himself, teaching them so they never get used by awful humans again or never harm human again. And not gonna lie, I would be lying if I say that I didn't fall for his charm right there. Like, look at the expression of the whole gang. Like, explain to me what are these expression means. Yep, it's that respect, a totally different perspective that they got for Sawashiro Kyo, the leader of the Glowing Dawn. And that's the meaning behind the title, Nirinso. So Nirinso right here are the Japanese terms for the anemone's windflowers, which is why the Nirinso shelters are called as such, and it is literally surrounded by a bunch of anemone's windflowers. And in Japan, the anemone's windflowers is often seen as a symbol of protection from evil, in some traditions to keep away from evil spirits. And then there's anticipation, like for future events, graduations, marriage, or the birth of a baby, and many more. And I'ma be real, it is beautiful. And wow, this episode really opened up the mysteries behind Kyo and the 5 stars. I personally think that this was one of the most fascinating episodes yet. And they painted the episode beautifully, not gonna lie. Nirinso shelter, insane. And one more thing, like who the hell is Yoshi? How is this dude able to cook something like this? I knew he is different, man. Even Maki. Can't wait to see both of them stories. And the final scene too, where Tomoro and Kyo become closer. Tomoro gave Kyo the food that he cooks. Seems to be a scrambled egg sandwich. And Kyo even finds the shells inside of it, which is crazy. Obviously, he did state that he doesn't know how to cook, right? I'm like, is that the one he cooks in the morning? Like, did he brings it all the way here? What? And of course, knowing that he sucks at cooking, he asks Kyo to teach him how to cook. And the 3 of them offers to help raise the baby level Digimon alongside Kyo in this Nirinso shelters, which is wholesome. And that was such a perfect emotional finish. Next week's episode, Vanishing Classroom, really gives me that Ghost Game vibes, which I'm super excited for. And of course, we got to see our girl Hitomi-chan once again, which is gonna be fun. I hope she becomes part of the crew. A lot been saying the same things in the comments. I mean, she doesn't have to have a Digimon partner to be part of Glowing Dawn, right? She might be part of it while still attending the schools and all. Oh, she might come to help at Nirinso shelters. That would be amazing, right? Alright, that's all for today's episode. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. And thanks for watching. And as always, this is Kage signing off. Stay sharp and I'll catch you on to the next one. Peace.